started raining yesterday.
Okay, do we have any changes to the tentative agenda?
I have none.
We will be removing I.
I'm still waiting for contract documents, so just to let you guys know that.
Meet department heads, elected officials. Chris Lee, Conservation.
So,
Or maybe not. Chris, you're muted. Okay, I'll come back to you. We'll come back to you. Krista Pogmiller, Health Department.
Good morning. We're just keeping busy, nothing new to report.
Brandon, IT.
Just keep them busy, nothing to report.
Okay. The Sheriff's Department. KG.
Good morning. Same for us. We have plenty going on, but really no major news for the board this week. This budget presentation after this, and as you guys are aware, all the boards outside of here are also putting their budgets together, so working on those. Jail this morning was 84 adults. There's 3 juveniles that are out of county in addition to that, and then we have 17 adults out of county.
Angie Bond, the lady that keeps us safe.
Good morning. So I just want to take a minute. I heard from someone last week that said a lot of times we say we're keeping busy and don't have a lot to add. So I just wanted to add that when we say that, it's because the day-to-day, most people don't care what we're doing day-to-day to keep things going. With me personally, my department, a lot of it is confidential. So it's not stuff that we can really share, but kind of give you an idea, we've had 2 accidents in the last couple weeks that both of them were reportable. We worked on our budget, got that approved last week. So kind of just the day-to-day. So a lot of times when we say we're just keeping busy, that's the kind of stuff that is going on. So.
I appreciate you addressing that this morning. Thank you for that. I've heard that as well. It's like, don't you demand to ask more, or, get more from
They don't want to know what I do today.
But I appreciate that. Thank you, Angie Bond. Krista Pogmiller, Public Health.
You already asked. Good morning. You already asked.
Did I already ask her?
I guess I could add, we're busy, but.
All right, let me move on. Krista Pogmiller.
Let's not forget, we always have to leave room for Brian.
Yes, let us not never forget. Rodney Bleasner, Maintenance.
Good morning. How much time you got? We just have a lot going on. We had the sheriff's office parking lot bid opening last week. Also had budget hearing last week, and then had a joint county or joint safety meeting last week to go over the budget, approve the budget last Thursday. So several things going on. Trying to keep everybody warm. Other than that, nothing new to report.
Okay. Jared Lassiter, Land Use.
The land use, pretty much normal. We got one board appointment on the agenda for today. Got a minor subdivision out for review. That's got to go through the city of Burlington first, so I'm not sure when we'll have that ready. If not next week, probably the week after. Probably have another one out for review here shortly. But apart from the usual inquiries from folks about various land use items, nothing noteworthy. So.
Okay. Thanks for that. Shannon Prado, Emergency Management.
Good morning. I have been staying busy. I have been working a lot on getting some exercises up and running for this year for the county and different entities. I've been working on my budget, much like everybody else. Been paying attention to the legislature that's coming out, and seems to be a lot of talk about public service and just services that are offered. I also have just been applying for different grants and just 'tis the season to get started at the beginning of the year, so it's been busy.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, I do want to add, speaking of the very cold weather, the library during their business hours is always open for anybody who needs to warm up. You can go in, charge your phone. They have so many amenities at the Burlington Public Library. Anybody is welcome to go there and get warm. As well as Transitions CMC will open their doors anytime that the temperature falls below 0. And that's the feels like temperature, not just the temperature outside. So those are 2 options for folks to go day or night, just in the event that they need to go somewhere warm. We're supposed to see some extreme cold weather again Friday, Saturday. So I hope that people utilize those areas.
Well, I hope so as well, and I will be visiting those places on Friday and Saturday to refill backpacks. So it's a great thing that we have those warmings.
Absolutely.
And Krista Poggemiller, Public Health. I'm just messing with you. Sarah Marie, Auditor.
Well, keeping you in line keeps me plenty busy, but besides that, election stuff's getting ready to begin, so we're working on that, trying to get everything organized to begin that. Budget's in full force, so we're getting budget stuff going and keeping plenty busy with every other thing going on as well, so nothing new to report other than that.
Okay, I saw Lisa earlier. Did she?
She isn't gonna be here, I think,
Okay.
today.
This brings us to Brian Carter.
Good morning. So lots of stuff going on. I would mention I was requested to come speak to the Lions Club in Mediapolis last night, so appreciate the invite on that. Went in and talked to them. Most people don't ever invite me back because it's not too exciting, but they were stuck with me for a little bit and had some good questions, so able to answer some of that. Since I pulled the agenda item off of, for now, the contract signing for the Pleasant Grove paving, I will mention that we had really good competition on the bids, had 6 bidders on that project, and
Sweet.
depending on the time frame that you looked at the engineering estimate, which we're always updating as we look at things, it came in anywhere from $400,000 to $500,000 underneath the estimate. So it was nice to see that competition. So that's a roughly $1.5 million bid, and we'll have those documents for you when we can get signatures from the contractor. And Manats was the apparent low bidder, or the low bidder for that matter. Geez, what else is going on? Trying to keep the guys safe, but also keep productive. So we're doing quite a bit of service work in the shop. Also have some guys out doing some brush and tree removal and stuff like that. Other than that, tons of paperwork going on, and we're still working on projects for the summer and already looking at next year's stuff. So, and I'm sure I forgot something, but that's what I've got. I will hit the sheriff's parking lot stuff here when you get to that agenda item.
Okay. All right then. Let's go to discussion and vote. First we have. Oh, thank you. Chris Lee, Conservation. Thank you. Okay, now it brings us to discussion and vote. First, we have payroll reimbursement claims. And $258.98 in reimbursements and $99.26 in non-cash taxable.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Moved in second. Sarah Marie?
Tom Broker,
Yes.
Jim Carrey,
Yes.
Shane McCampbell.
Yes. Next, we have 5B, accounts payable, in the amount of $3,677,949.77 and $92,249.38 in wire transfer payments. I get a motion to approve.
Move to approve.
And I'll second that, but just so everybody doesn't think we're spending that money, that's the Des Moines County was the fiscal agent for the Mental Health Agency of Southeast Iowa, Mahasi. So the state ended that June 30th, and they had till December 30th to get all the bills paid, account settled, whatever it was, and whatever's left off goes back to the state. So that was the mental health region's money. So, and it was second if I didn't say that.
Sarah Marie?
Jim Carrey,
Yes.
Tom Broker,
Yes.
Shane McCampbell.
Yes. So they got everything taken care of then? There's no bills left to pay?
I'm waiting on,
Who knows?
I'm waiting on some balancing, from the treasurer's office with, our system, but there's like 21,000 that's remaining that we have some checks outstanding for.
Okay.
If there's anything left of that, I will send it back, but that's the rest of it from there.
Okay. Chris, I'm gonna ask you to come back on, but this is a resolution for granting conservation use of the county UEI number. Whereas conservation is requesting to use the Des Moines County UEI number, this allows the Conservation Department to file any FEMA-related documents with the Department of Homeland Security. Whereas the Des Moines County Board of Supervisors approved the use of the UEI number and assume all risks involved. Chris, would you like to have anything?
It was.
Sounds good.
Do we need to edit that then? Do we need to edit that? Motion to approve as edited, then you'll edit that?
I'll edit it,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Can I get a second as
Second.
as edited? Okay. Sarah Marie?
Tom Broker,
Yes.
Jim Carrey,
Yes.
Shane McCampbell.
Yes. Next, we have 5D, a resolution appointing Sam Warner to the Des Moines County Zoning Board of Adjustment. Jerry, do you want to
Well, this is just a standard reappointment. Mr. Warner's term expired. It's a 5-year term. Expired at the end of, or actually specifically November of last year. And so they're eligible to serve for terms of 5 years. And he has been on, I think, for 2 terms now, and has served as chairman through that period. Yeah, he was open to serving another term, and generally that board doesn't meet especially often, usually once or twice a year. Yeah, we appreciate that he's willing to continue serving in that capacity.
Well said. Can I get a, oh, go ahead,
Move
Jim.
to approve.
Second. Thank you.
No doubt, no doubt. Make sure you tell him thank you. Sarah Marie?
Jim Carrey,
Yes,
Tom Broker,
Yes.
Shane McCampbell.
Yes.
that's nice, if we get volunteers to serve on these boards.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're gonna get Lori and Tracy to start serving on some of these boards.
Hope it pays well.
It doesn't.
Ranch her.
Excuse me. Well, I don't know if anybody takes any fish oil during the winter time, but I do. Well, I'll tell you, it's got a good taste of that coming up. Whew. It's rough stuff. Next we have 2026 condemnation commissioners. Do you want me to list all of these, or? Okay. Kirk Siegel, Pat Edmonds, Stan Nelson, Lee Robertson, Ron Brewer, Larry Beck, Brian Messer. That's for the owners and operators of agriculture land. City and town owners are Bill L., Brett Grimshaw, Barbara Kelly, Anika McVeigh, Teresa Norton, Dean E. Robinson, John Williams. The real estate brokers are Robert K. Gertis, Mark Gillette, Kenneth Sutton, Deb Fowler, Gwen Wixom, John Mercer, Robert Masden. And then the bankers, real estate appraiser, auctioneers are Ron Kelly, Kathy Conover, Jeff Burkhart, Jeff Burgess, Jacob M. Schnedler, Andrea Walls Hartman, Brandon Orth, and Robert Ritson. Do you have anything you want to add to that?
Iowa code provides that should condemnation proceedings be needed through eminent domain, that the Board of Supervisors annually provides a list of condemnation commissioners. So 7 from each category that you listed, and that's the list. We help put the list together for the board, and should those proceedings move forward, if negotiations fail, then the district court judge or the chief judge would appoint members as provided by code if they move through eminent domain proceedings. So that's what that list is for, and that's the group we put together.
Okay.
Thank you, Sheriff. Motion to approve.
Second,
Moved in second. Sarah Marie?
Tom Broker,
Yes.
Jim Carrey,
yeah.
Shane McCampbell.
Yes.
I don't believe in eminent domain either.
Next, we have the City of Danville, Des Moines County Law Enforcement Agreement for FY 26 and 27. Do you want me to read through this, or you just want to go ahead?
Sure, I'll be glad to brief you on it. So we provide law enforcement services for 3 incorporated towns, Mediapolis, Danville, and Middletown. This is the agreement for Danville, and the agreement for Middletown is to follow. And we should have the Mediapolis agreement. They've approved it. We're just waiting on the signed copy. We should have that for the board next week. But we provide an annual agreement, and what we do for that is we just look at our costs and put together where our increases are, and we present that to the city council. This year, there's approximately like a 4.7 to 4.8% increase from last year, and that's just a big part of that is just wages, benefits, equipment, everything that goes into providing that service. They're very happy with the service, all three communities. We attend their city council meetings and just try to be responsive to their needs. And it's a great relationship that we have. And we're ready to move forward with it. And that's the agreements you have in front of you from Danville and Middletown.
Sounds good. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second. Sarah Marie?
Jim Carrey,
Yeah.
Tom Broker,
Yes.
Shane McCampbell.
Yes.
You must have caught them all with a quorum.
Yes, yes, we got them.
Which brings us to 5G, which is another contract, with another agreement. This is the City of Middletown, Duane County Law Enforcement Agreement for the year FY 2026-2027. KG?
Same thing here. The only difference is we don't provide a set number of hours weekly for Middletown. We respond to calls and we provide for patrol time, but not a set number of hours. So it's slightly different. It's more in round numbers as compared to like an hourly rate that you would see from Minneapolis and Houston. But again, a great relationship. We're really proud to provide the service and proud to continue it. So recommend approving that.
Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second. Sarah Marie?
Tom Broker,
Yes.
Jim Carrey,
Yes.
Shane McCampbell.
Yes. Next we have 5H, the approval of the contract of the sheriff's parking lot project. Brian?
So I'll run with this a little bit. We were helping out Rodney, and I guess to some extent Kevin. Their parking lot was in the budget for replacement, and credit to Devin, he spent the majority of the time on this. I want to say thanks to Rodney and Kevin, because there were a lot of emails flying around with, and one meeting on site that probably seemed like kind of dumb, petty questions, but when you're putting together a set of plans that aren't really your project, you want to make sure you get it the way they want it and not the way you're wanting it. So I appreciated all their time reading the emails in between everything else they had going on and meeting me on site, meeting us on site, and Devin's time on it. But in the end, we did get the project out for bid. Had yet again great competition. We had 8 bidders on this. So it was our engineer's estimate was $300,000. I will be the very first to admit that we don't do parking lot work in our office very often, and even though it is concrete, it is a different type of work. So I wouldn't say we were overly confident, but trying to use the best numbers we could. And so I guess I'm going to say we had really good competition, and in my opinion, we had really good pricing. So the low bidder is Jones Contracting, and they came in at $198, $254, and 15 cents.
Right on.
So and then the bids ranged all the way up to the high was $271, $150. So and they were kind of sprinkled in between there. So, yeah, I think that's a good thing for the county. The parking lot is certainly in poor shape. It will look different when we're done. Kevin Ray knows this, but I'll, just so if anybody came to the board about it over there, we had to, when you go and do something like that, you need to accommodate the current standards for handicap and parking. And so we had to kind of do some regrading to accommodate the handicap parking and the required grades for that. Obviously, we're also doing our best to accommodate the future project that the board's looking at with maintenance and the sheriff about the corner there, and also accommodating a handicap ramp into that building. Anyway, trying to kind of mix all that, even though they're separate projects. But in the all, this should be a good improvement. It is set up like a road project, which, you know, Jones is a road contractor, so they'll be used to it. Some others are not, but it has a late start date of August 3rd. Now they could start before that, and it has working days of 32 days. So essentially, they've got that long to do the work before we start charging damages. I hope that isn't the case, and don't anticipate that. I would mention we put some special language in. One of Kevin's requests was to try to keep the back, like immediately behind the building, kind of accessible as long as possible for his on-duty deputies to be able to get in and out of the building and park back there. Obviously, I would say all the employees and the general parking are probably going to be stuck finding parking spots elsewhere for that, a majority of the project, because the big parking area is going to probably be either sealed off or closed for construction, a majority of the project, and that's just kind of the inconvenient part of construction, I guess is what I'll say. So we did put some language in to try to narrow down the closure of that back area to try to minimize the disturbance to that. So anyway, I would recommend approval, and hopefully we'll have a paving contract on next week for the road.
Can I get a motion to approve? So moved.
Second.
Moved in second. Sarah Marie?
Tom Broker,
Yes.
Jim Carrey,
Yeah.
Shane McCampbell.
Yes. That's all I need. We have removed. Next we have 5J, which is an appointment of Marilyn Box to the Veteran Affairs Committee. Attention Shane McCampbell, Jim Carey, Tom Broker. Gentlemen, this letter serves as my request for reappointment as a commissioner for the Des Moines County Veterans Affairs Commission effective January 1st, 2026. I've served as the commissioner since my appointment by the board in July of 2015. The mission and responsibilities of Veteran Affairs have been and continue to be very important to me. I respectfully ask that the Board of Supervisors continue to place its trust in me by allowing me to serve the veteran community of Des Moines County. Thank you in advance for your consideration and for the opportunity to continue serving in this role. And it's people like this that are committed and passionate about it that really help make the whole thing work. And our veterans are important, so I definitely appreciate that. Can I get a motion to approve?
Move to approve, and thank you for being on that board that long. It's hard to get members, so
Second.
Moved in second?
really dedicated.
No doubt.
Jim Carrey,
Yeah.
Tom Broker,
Yes.
Shane McCampbell.
Yeah. And again, thank you, Marilyn. It's greatly appreciated. The next one is appointment of Joe DeJesus to the Civil Service Commission. Says, good afternoon, Sarah. I'd like to continue my service of the Des Moines County Sheriff's Civil Service Commission for another term. It has been a pleasure serving on the commission over the years. I look forward to continuing in this capacity at Joe DeJesus, retired Sergeant, Chicago Police Department. Can I get a motion to approve?
Motion to approve and a thank you to Mr. DeJesus.
Second.
Moved in second. Sarah Marie?
Tom Brooker,
Yes.
Jim Carrey,
Yes.
Shane McCampbell.
Yes. And thank you, Joe. Appreciate it.
We get some number of compliments on our Veterans Affairs Commission.
What's that?
We get some number of compliments on our
Yes.
Veterans Affairs
Yeah.
Commission.
Which is good. Their sacrifices should never be forgotten. Next, I have one personnel action. It's for Chantel Doherty, correctional officer. New rate of hire, I'm sorry.
Should be a resignation.
What's that?
Should be a resignation.
Yes, okay, yes, I see it, thank you. My eyes were flipping out. It's a resignation, effective January 25th, 2026.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Sarah Marie?
Tom Brooker,
Yes.
Jim Carrey,
Yes.
Shane McCampbell.
Yes. And thank you, Chantel, for the time you put in. Next, we have the minutes for a meeting on January 13th, 2026.
Move to approve.
Second.
Sarah Marie?
Jim Carrey,
Yes.
Tom Brooker,
Second.
Shane McCampbell.
Yes.
Or yes, whatever. Can't write things.
I think we got the picture.
We understand, Tom.
And then next we have canvass results of the Two Rivers Levy and Drainage District election. And this, you can have access to. It'll be in the auditor's office. But we had two running for 3-year terms. It was Travis Holstein and Colin Wagenbach with the votes. $13. Yeah, 13 votes. So they both won, and I would take a motion to approve the ballots.
So move.
Second.
Sarah Marie?
Jim Carrey,
Yes.
Tom Brooker,
Yes.
Shane McCampbell.
Yes. Okay. Do we have any other business?
I have none.
I have some, as you guys remember, and it's reported in the press last October, an individual filed a complaint with IPIB, the Iowa Public Information Board. He alleged that this board had violated the Iowa Open Meeting and Records Law when we met in closed session to discuss the selling of the old public health building. The Iowa Public Health Information Board dismissed that complaint last week for lack of probable cause.
Thank you for the clarification on that, Tom.
I have something real quick too, I didn't mention earlier. might be time to start paying attention to bills coming from House, Senate, and Governor. I was in a meeting Friday and I was aware of this Wednesday or Thursday of last week. There's a Senate study bill out that is a pretty significant revamp of property tax process. I don't remember the exact number of the bill, I should say. The governor also put out a bill. I don't know the number of that either. I didn't know it was out till somebody brought it up at the meeting. From what I'm told of her bill, the Senate study bill addressed from a majority of the areas of the entities that receive local property taxes. Probably the best. I won't say all because there's probably something it doesn't address, but it addressed schools, I guess is what I'm gonna say, along with counties and cities and stuff like that. The governor's bill, from what I was told secondhand, because I didn't skim it, does not address schools. Basically, somehow alludes to the fact that they're just too big and complicated to tackle at the moment. So it addresses some other stuff with counties and cities, I believe. I don't believe the House has come up with one yet. At least as of Friday morning, they had not. There were at least a couple people in the meeting I was in that had met with some legislators that said their anticipation was when it was all said and done, they would take pieces of all three and put something together. So just a heads up, there's all sorts of stuff out there. It's that time of year when anybody and everybody, especially new legislators, it seems like throw a bunch of stuff against the wall. And so there's a lot of other stuff out there, but of particularly large consequence to any local entity is that the different property tax suggestions. And there's some caps in there. There's I thought read through the Senate study bill. I'm not going to say it was great or something like that. I don't claim to have gotten too deep into it, but there was some different levels of it, looking at the economy and some allowance for a little bit of growth in the, depending on the CPI, for the caps on, I don't know if it's a cap on the taxable rate or assessed value, but they were obviously capping how much taxes would pay. From what I was told, I haven't gotten to that part. One of the bills either freezes or eliminates property taxes for anybody over 60 if you don't have a mortgage. I haven't, since I haven't read it, I want to say I'm not sure which it is because I've heard both. I thought it was eliminated. I believe the other bill, I think, maybe froze or for maybe some people over 65. So there's some stuff like that in there too. So I'm giving you guys a heads up. I don't know if ISAC's put anything out yet. I thought I might have seen the email come across, but I'm a little behind on emails. So heads up, that's out there and definitely worth paying attention to.
Okay.
Thanks, Brian.
Any other business?
I have none.
Future agenda items?
I have none.
Committee reports?
No.
I attended the from Greater Burlington Economic Development Partnership meeting this morning, and it was mostly just new boards, January, sort of a kickoff meeting. Not very much information. That's all I have.
I have the RFP Youth Board meeting. We're just setting our parameters as we look for a new organization to take over the region. And the regions that we're looking, that we're basically dealing with is, because we joined together, is Des Moines County, Davenport, Muscatine, and Marshalltown. So we're just trying to get a new company lined up that's going to take over for that. So that was pretty much all that was. Okay. Now it's the time for public input. I would like to remind that it's public comments, not public Q&A. So if there is, we will take your comments. If there is questions and stuff that you still need answered, you're more than welcome to email us anytime or call us. I'd like to give you you can email us at board, BOARD, at dmcounty.com. That's board, BOARD, at dmcounty.com. Or you can call at 319-753-8203, extension 2. 753-8203, extension 2. And pretty soon, eventually, Brandon's going to have a designated phone line, in here so that, it can ring directly, but, if there's anybody that has any comments, we'd love to hear from you, at this time. Nobody's got nothing?
I had a question, I know for Kevin, but I could follow up with him later. I mean, do you have a minimum number of hours that you spend in Middletown?
So we don't have a minimum, but I do, we use geofencing around all the towns that we provide, services to, so our cars actually show through GPS data that how much time we're there, so we're able to document that, and, we look at that, our command staff looks at that, pretty regularly. We look at it for all the city council meetings at least monthly, and just make sure that we're spending adequate time. So we look at the time per capita, the cost per capita, and I put that together, in addition to the actual cost that we're charging them. And I do that in comparison to other surrounding communities outside of Des Moines County and within Des Moines County, just to see where we land. And it's a good range. We're in a really good place, but we don't have contracted time, but we are able to document the time that we're there.
Okay. Thanks.
Anybody from the audience? This one.
John Crouch, Yarmouth. I had to leave last week before it got to this point, but I had a couple questions. Jim, you stated before you voted for the wind turbine resolution that you had to get this passed, otherwise if it didn't get passed, they could come in and set up whatever they wanted and wouldn't be protection for the residents of Des Moines County. Is that about what you?
Well, basically, if we don't have an ordinance, they can do what they want to.
All right. And then I think you also said you can go back and change. You guys could go back, and if you need to make changes, you could do that.
That would have to be a vote of the board, right?
We'd have to amend the ordinance.
All right.
Yeah.
My experience is, you guys pretty much, if you was looking out for the residents of Des Moines County, maybe you should have went with the lower height and for property lines. Then, if the wind turbine companies came in and proved, yep, we're good neighbors and everything, then you could have increased their height and maybe change setback, but I know you got budget hearings coming up. They come in and give you a high one. You don't say, yep, we'll take that high one and stuff. So I think you should have looked out for the county instead of the wind turbine a little more than what you did on that. Because you could have always went back and increased theirs. But once you give somebody something, it's kind of hard to take it back from them. So I don't ever see the height of them getting lowered, moving out to the property line. And then I also heard over several of the meetings I've watched and everything, we've spent 9 months on this thing. Any idea how many hours a week you guys put in on this over that 9 months?
A lot.
I just see neighboring county, Henry County, spent 2 years on doing this, so.
How long ago did we start the process?
2023.
Yeah, so we started in 2023, so.
Well, I kept hearing we spent 9 months on this in about all meetings for the last
That was just
4 or 5
on-
months.
That was just on the updates when we opened it back up.
There's already an ordinance in place. They brought it back up because they were concerned and wanted to do more for the community.
Okay, and then standing in the doorway, the last 2 meetings, because I got here a little late, but standing in the doorway or out in the hallway, and I see you got speakers in here. Can them be hooked up? Because I couldn't hear anything out there and stuff. So, and then I thought chairs should have been brought in, maybe folding chairs or something, instead of having people sit on the floor last week and everything to attend a meeting. That's all I have.
I can appreciate that. Anybody else with comments? Concerns? Okay.
I make the motion, we adjourn.
Second.
Been moved in second. Sarah Marie?
Jim Carrey,
Yeah.
Tom Broker,
Yeah.
Shane Campbell.
Yes.
Did you get a hug from anybody last night?
Thanks for pushing that.